to paying bills and going to work and stuff like that. And the first thought that runs through your mind is, where am I going to sleep tonight? And then the second thought, what am I going to eat today? Where am I going to go get something to eat? And then you got to figure that out. That happens every day to some.
Here, anyone who leaves before we get here, they sign these check-in sheets. So all we're going to do is we just walk through and check guys in throughout the morning until 7:30, and then we start doing check-ins face-to-face to the window, and then we just talk to guys as they come up and go from there. And are you David? Ideally, you're going to check in all the guys, so 140 plus, but I would say anywhere from 100 to 120 we see up front.
Wow.
In the morning. So yeah, and then we just check them in as they go and answer questions, and as soon as the curtains go up they know, and then they get their breakfast and they're here. So
and then 24 hours later you do it again.
Yeah, every morning. That's what we do. Yeah.
Guys are just getting out of bed right now, and this time that the guests come in here, get their meds lined up for the morning.
Usually chapel start at 9 o'clock.
It sets the tone, so somebody read that. Joe 38, 1 through 41, you read a good loud, so we can all hear from that. Everybody has a scripture.
So I was lying, I guess. But then everything just comes into play. You know, just puzzles up, you know, like make it like a puzzle. Usually I just, I was use my hands, and what comes to here goes to here. I mean, how big I want it, how small I want it. And I just draw, and that's just kind of meditates. You know, I just get out of my own head. Instead of doing something crazy, I just put pencil to paper. Because I'm not a writer. I can't write. I can't read. You know, I learn by listening and putting my hands on things. You know, so my grandpa said, you know, I want to show you one time. You know, that's it. You know, these rules. And I can't really live by that rule.
Each day, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't go out after anything, but Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that's our big delivery days. And then we have another gal Laura. She goes and picks up all the desserts and sandwiches that they don't sell. So, and that's what we use for our breakfast in the morning, where we have the cold cereal and then we do the hot sandwiches.
We just load up meals to drop off at the Downtown Engagement Center and 𝙑𝙬𝙤 Shelter. And then we drive around town to up to 7 stops to pick up food donations to bring back for the guys, particularly for breakfast. We do this 4 days a week with 1 to 2 of our guests helping out to provide the heavy lifting.
I'm okay.
Great volunteers can also help. We have a staff of 3 people in the kitchen, otherwise it's all volunteer help.
Like I said, you guys are like family.
Indeed.
People I work with are like family. So, you know, if I didn't have them, I wouldn't be here right now. Oh, actually, a typical day, usually after the weekend, is basically what I got right here in front of me. It's personals. So it's pretty mellow.
You've got nothing to compare it to, man. It's very easy to become unhumble and ungrateful. These guys don't know how good they got it here. You know, it's a food. It's a good thing, man.
I don't have to worry about negative stuff, you know, like drugs and stuff like that here. I'm just focused on doing my job. And
I was never a big teaching person. I was always real shy as a kid, and now I'm not as shy as I used to be. I feel more connected with my community, my church community, my work community, and the community at Genesis.
We do work therapy chores each day throughout the building, such as cleaning bathrooms, sweeping and mopping dorms, vacuuming carpet, cleaning the dining room, doing dishes, whatever the case might be. What it does, it gives the guests a sense of overall value and dignity and worth because they get a chance to contribute in helping maintain their living quarters. And they greatly appreciate that. It really builds them up and just empowers them, so to say.
My passion in ministry is definitely the one-to-one conversations, getting to know people really well. And in this case, I get to know these veterans and hear their stories, and some of them, have some really cool stories.
Typical day, I'm meeting with probably around 5 to 6. Right now it's 8 guests. Just working on maybe IDs, getting their paperwork, and getting them set up for our initial housing. But we could talk about anything from treatment to family to building relationships, budgeting.
My typical schedule is I work here 4 days a week, 8 hours a day, and that's it. Occasionally I will go to a Sanford building for a meeting, but mostly I'm here at New Life Center. People are knocking on my door frequently to be seen for everything from a cold, a flu, to they had some kind of injury that they would like to have treated. They suspect they have an infection, so we look at that. Some people have wounds that are more long-term that we're treating.
Two times a day, a Genesis house guest and staff member will actually head to the shelter, pick up their meals, and bring it back to the house.
Steaks. Is that what that is?
I've been through a lot of stuff, and growing up, I wasn't treated the best. I have a lot of past trauma. I've had a lot of stuff happen to me. I tried overdosing last year. I had to learn to walk again for a week straight. Then I put myself into a mental hospital because I wanted to get the help that I needed. Because you're not going to get the help that you need if you're not willing to accept it. Honestly, there's so many shelters I've tried going to, but this is the only place that's actually been able to do something for me and actually be able to bring me out of what I was going through. When I was 15 years old, that was my way to escape. I would write down all my thoughts because I was going through a rough time growing up, and all my songs were mostly about what it was like for me to grow up and how I didn't feel loved. There's not a single song that isn't about my life. And if my music can help people escape and understand what they're going through, I want people to listen to my music and be like, you're speaking to me. I understand what you mean. It's like you're talking to me, but you're not. I think I'll play this one.
All I do is think about you. Think about you. I'm so scared to lose you too. All I do is think about you. Think about you. I'm so scared to lose you too. losing everyone I love. How it is, how it was. Saw the drugs and what it does. Saw it live, it was tough. I see red when I see blood. All my friends up above, and I feel them all at once. We connect, feel the love, feel like an angel, cause I've been through hell and back. Reaching my dreams I can't see, and I'm afraid to crash. All these changes in my life, and it's so hard to adapt. So used to moving forward, it's so hard to look.
We leave here at 12:30, and then we go drop the guys off at the kitchen. Usually it takes about, usually drop them off at 12:40, and then we get to the sauce store at 1.
Having the Genesis guys here for job training is a huge part of just culture for our store. Being able to make a direct impact with someone, help them relearn some of those basic things of like, what does it look like to show up and work?
So twice a day, once at 8:30 in the morning and once at 3, we meet, and it's right around when the new shift comes in, so we call it shift change. We go through anything that's happened on the previous shift, so we record any guest concerns we saw, and then after we talk through all of those instances, we go through and we address anybody that we feel could be a mental health concern, a medical concern, or a behavior concern for the next staff. We notate that, and we notate why we feel they could be that kind of concern, just so that the staff has a better understanding of how to engage with that guest. We also go through all of our happy guest moments that happened for that shift, so if we hear someone got a new job or someone's moving out, things like that, we celebrate the little wins.
When a guest comes in and tells us they're looking for a bed, we take the ID and scan it, do some background checks to make sure it match our policy. And then we let them in to have food to eat first before we do it, or if it's earlier, we start. We have a packet that goes through all the rows of our center, and then we have them sign some papers, and then we give them a tour, the locker, the bed.
I've always been kind of a hard case against myself. Like, I hate myself most days. Because everything that's happened, I have to shoulder that weight. I've lost 3 kids. All 3 of my boys are deceased. The last one died due to gang violence. I have 26 years clean and sober. It's just the rut of being homeless. It's hard to get out of.
Work together every day, so we do everything together, and so for us it's just really fun to be able as a husband and wife to serve together and just form connections with the guys that are here, and then also to be able to pray for them throughout the week and know exactly who we're talking about when we're praying, and so that's just been really powerful for us in our marriage.
They offered me 18 months, and I could have taken that, but then what? I mean, I could go anybody just at the time, get back out and not really have, I mean, I don't have family around here. I mean, no structure, no, and I didn't want that. It's an opportunity for me to grow, not just spiritually, but mentally. I get back to my family, and I've had some talks with some of the staff here. They want to be here. I mean, they want to see us grow. They want to help us. And that just amazes me. They don't have to all the time.
But since I came back over here and gained my life back, and God is moving in me and doing the will of God, I think that people that see me now and they see a difference.
I can't find much to believe in. Let me down so many times.
This shelter is heads over the shelters that I've been in. Most of them are run-down buildings made out of wood. The food sucks. They feed you beans every meal. You get beans and something. And here it's totally different. Once you become homeless, it's nothing that you can get rid of real quick. You can't just say, oh, well, I'm going to go back to society. It don't work that way. It's a long, hard road. But it's doable. I'm living proof of that.